So this is similar to problem 2.2.81 on your homework. And so on this problem, it gives you a value of a limit. Again, your problem is going to be slightly different than this. For example, the limit as x goes to 3 of f of x plus 6 divided by x minus 3 is 4. It says, given this information, find the limit as x goes to 3 of f of x itself. All right, so how are we going to solve this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to essentially manipulate this equation to get this limit as x goes to 3 of f of x on the left and everything else on the right. So first I'm going to multiply by x minus 3. Now remember, we're taking a limit. So when I multiply the x minus 3 over on the right side, I have to keep that limit on there. So now on the right side, I have the limit as x goes to 3 of x minus 3 times 4. And then the last thing I can do is to get rid of this plus 6 is I can subtract 6 over here, right? So now here on the left, I have the limit as x goes to 3 of f of x. And over on the right, I have the limit as x goes to 3 of x minus 3 times 4 minus 6. Well, if I look at the right, if I take this limit as x goes to 3, where is x minus 3 going to go? Well, it's going to go to 0. So I have 0 times 4 minus 6. Well, 0 times 4 is 0, so this is just going to go to minus 6. So that means that our final answer, this right here, is minus 6. Now you'll notice something special about this, right? And the idea is that this value over here on the right, this 4, doesn't really matter what it is. It could have been any constant. So you'll notice that in general, if I look at this differently, so if I delete this, let's say that I just have that the limit, I'm going to put in arbitrary constants now for what used to be constants. So let's say that I have the limit as x goes to a of f of x minus b divided by x minus a is equal to some constant c. And then I want to find the limit as x goes to a, some constant, of f of x. Well, we're going to solve this the exact same way that we solved our previous one when we had specific constants. So all we're going to do is we're going to multiply the x minus a over to the right, and then add b on the right. So what do I have? I have the limit as x goes to a of f of x is equal to, well, so now on the right I have the limit as x goes to a of x minus a times c plus b, right? Because I've added the b over to cancel that out on the left. Well, what happens? Well, if I plug in x minus a over here on the right, this x minus a term is going to go to 0. So I have 0 times a constant c plus b. Well, now this 0 times this constant, that's 0. 0 times any constant is 0. So that's 0, and then I'm left with b, right? So this limit up here is just going to be equal to b. So that's how you would do this problem in general, which you'll see. I mean, this is essentially how you would generalize this problem to whatever problem you're given for problem 2.2.81.